Hey everybody. Uh, I'm going to show you TinkerCAD today, at least a little bit of it. I'm going to divide this video series up into a few videos so you can get a little bit of it at a time so it's not overwhelming. So if you're trying to learn it, you can also do it in small little chunks. It's pretty intuitive. If you've done any CAD work before, this should go pretty quickly for you. It's actually a little different than working Autodesk Inventor. This is more of a solids-based, three-dimensional based, while Autodesk Inventor starts at 2D and gives it space. So Inventor is going to be a little more technical. We'll definitely hit them up in high school with that. But this TinkerCAD is a fast, easy tool to get your students excited about doing their own designs very quickly. It's also very good for allowing students to import already done materials and then quickly customize it to what they want it for, which is kind of a nice trick on it. When you get to tinkercad.com, you can look at all the things if you want to. Good news about TinkerCAD is you can use any device practically. So the Chromebooks that a lot of your students will have with them, you can use this and it works pretty well. I always recommend a mouse, but the trackpad, if that's the way you got, then that's what you got. You would join now, set up an account, do all those things. I've already got an account, so I'm going to run through this very quickly. And if you are using this in your class, especially if you're actually keeping track of what your students do, I would set up an account. It will allow you, the teacher, to actually create a class and show them, or so that they can show you everything they've done. And I'll show you a little bit about that here in a second. Here on the left, you've actually got some new things on here. You can actually do some coding on here, which I've not played with. And I've not played with the circuits yet. That'll work for the 7th grade Project Lead the Way curriculum. And might just be fun to mess around with. For what we're going to do now, we'll just stick with the 3D design part. So this is your splash page. Your students' page will look very similar to this. A lot of them, obviously, first thing they'll do is they'll change their pictures. I think you just click on it and it'll take you to your profile. I would set up a class though. Again, just a recommendation. To do that, you can click classes. Everything's pretty intuitive. Classes, create new class, give it a name. So let's do Taylor Middle School, and let's say it's 7th with the design or whatever. And then sure, engineering. Create class. Easy as that, create class. Once you're in there, I'll show you this. You can then very quickly add a student. You can put a name in. Susie Sam. And then you can actually change the nickname to whatever you like. I would just use their name. Makes life easy. They can't say, I forgot, whatever. It's there. Then you would save the changes and it drops it back in. So let's go back to class. And I want to go back because I want to show you what this opens up for you. So this would show up under your list. And I'd already done this for some students here. So let's say Taylor here. Let's go into Taylor's account. Me being the person who set this up, I can now go in and see what they've done. Oh, it doesn't look like much. Or maybe it is, we'll see. But this is one of their designs. Obviously had just started something and decided not to finish it off, and that's okay. And so we'll go back to the class page. And this gives you a good opportunity to actually go in and check up on your students. And it will give you, let's see if Anthony's got anything. All right, so Anthony's done some of the training, started up his things, and all of his other designs would start there. All right, the one thing that I forgot to mention, and we'll go ahead and add this on, is how students will actually access into the classes that you assign them to. They will not sign up individually themselves. You'll sign them up, and so they'll be underneath your classes. In order to do that, they have to sign in with a class code, and each class code is going to be different, and you will probably have this up on the screen. You'll come in and with our pretend student here, you'll click Class Code. And they will use this code on their login screen. And I will go back in pretty quickly. Let's see if I can't get this to log me out real quick. So when you come in to sign in, students will just click Students Join Your Class, and this is where they'll type in their class code. And once they have that class code in, it'll automatically take them in and log them in under your website and under your account, and actually give them that access. So you will set up a class code, a class, and then this is where they'll jump in, and that's all the login they'll have to do is actually type that in and then type in their nickname. Again, I would recommend just using their name, but all that is up to you. If you have any questions, let me know.